Hello, world, back again here at the Timeless Tempo with your guy, your person, Joe Lipi, and still at the AI TV Network Media House with our beloved and lovely producer and the brain behind the AI TV network and the founder, OG in the house. All right. And again, in this session, this podcast, Timeless Tempo, we give you a recap. All our viewers who've been with us through the last year, it's a happy new year to you wherever you are. This is the first time we're streaming live in 2026. And in this special podcast edition, we'll take you through a recap of what we did last year, what you saw, what you viewed, and what you watched. We thank you for the comment. We thank you for the thoughts, for the sharing, and all that. And we will take you through what we have at hand, where we are, and the prospects that will be coming your way in the near future. All right, with me, we're back to the old days. Old is gold, paper at hand, ink and paper down, and I'll be reading to you to keep you updated, keep you posted of what we did last year. For those who weren't with us last year, here at Timeless Tempo, we talk about music, culture, and the art behind it. The world as it is today, some may say it is a crazy world, some may say it is wars going all over. But we here at AITV Network and Timeless Tempo, we say the world is at peace because we are lovers of music, we are lovers of culture, and we are lovers of art. So, with all that, keeping all other factors constant, we say everything is well with our soul. Just as a spirit in a person knows them very well, here at AITV Timeless Tempo, we know and we love music and art and culture. So, for last year, for those who worked with us and those who are joining us this year, we had a couple of episodes and we had a couple of interesting topics. For the first, we had music, culture, and art behind it, introducing it to the world for them to get to know what Timeless Tempo is all about. And from that, we kickstarted with the first podcast, and this was Transition in Music and Music Culture. Now, with this specific podcast, I did it with my own producer that I've worked with. He's good. Check him out. I call him something else, but his business name, the name he goes by, is I Am Swin. He's a producer, produces all music styles and all genres. Big up to you wherever you are. He did my first album, and that album was called, or I called it the Workers Call. It had nine bangers on it, 9 songs. All were in English. No, 8 were in English and 1 was in Swahili, the mother language. But I just loved calling it Workers Call because apart from the daily job you do, the daily work you do, you have a special calling. Do you know it yet? You have to find it within you if you haven't known that yet. I know besides your daily work, you have a calling that is divine on your life, changing people's life, philanthropy, teaching people, educating people to see things differently. All those are different callings. And that brings us back to culture. Emancipate people's minds, how to be economically free. Emancipate people's minds, how to be free thinkers. Emancipate people's minds, how to be think tanks, wherever they are. If we want the world clean, we begin by sweeping our own compound, and the neighbor sweeps their compound, and the neighbor, and the neighbor, and the whole world will be clean. And that is what we capitalize on here at AI TV Network. The second, we talked about how to advance in music. If I kept a same tone throughout, it will become monotonous. Just as you are a musician, if you do the same thing year in, year out, without changing small things, it would become monotonous. And people will begin to judge you harshly. You know, the world is just like that. People will judge you anyway. They'll say, "No, we know what he will do anyway. That is what he's been doing from time immemorial." They don't know you. So our second was how to advance, spice it up. Just like you're in the kitchen mixing up things, you bring out the different spices. You can have the pepper, you can have onion, tomato, and all that, and mix it up. You know, the aroma that comes out. If somebody just smells the aroma drifting behind a wall or a corner, they'll say, "These for the lovers of of meat." They'll say, "This meat has some different spices in it." All one will smell the aroma and say, "Okay, this smells to be like, a simple vegetable menu that has been prepared." But anyways, that was our second topic. And the third topic was the art of songwriting. Hey, Mr. Musician, hey, and hey, Mr. Man, to mean woman also. How do you write your music? What do you focus on? Do you focus on the rhythm? Do you focus on the lyrics? Do you focus on the message? All that is coined in that episode, which we called the art of songwriting. And just to warn you or to keep you focused, in this episode, we have three segments. After this segment, we come to the second segment and the third segment. After the art of songwriting, we went to origin and evolution of Makossa. And there we mention names, great people from Cameroon. Have you heard of Ebo Alotin? Have you heard of Manu Dibango? All those are encrypted in that episode. For you, the lovers of music, you want to find out more and more. We did that because we had a lot of comments from our viewers and listeners. They were like, "You know what? Just tell us something about Makossa." And we have to do it because, give the people what they want. That is what we focus on. If there is something you want to know, something you want to learn, just bring in your comments, share it with us. We'll grave deep to the roots and present it unto you. That is what we do. After that, we went to language of music. Some people say music is the food for the soul. Some people say music is therapy. Some people say music is a tranquilizer. All that is put in the language of music. Just as we speak English, just as you speak your own language, Mandarin in China, Spanish to the Spaniards, Swedish to the Swedes, Danish to the Danes, and all those languages, Arabic in the Middle East. We also have another language, and that is the language of music. And this language is universal. Music has no borders. We can play music where people are dead, various ceremonies. We can play music when somebody has graduated. We can play music when it is a wedding. All over, music cuts across and it unites us. So that is the language of music. And under that podcast or episode, you'll find subtopics such as rhythm, melody, harmony. Can you differentiate them? All that is within that segment, the language of music. This one was quite emotional. You know, say that we live once, but I hold the view that we live every day. I want to say that we live every day, but we die once. So in that episode, we talked about the last curtain. You know, for you, the lovers of drama, comedy, and satire, in the theaters when the curtains open, and then these playwrights, the characters, and the actors come forth. They present their thing, they go back, curtains close down or go down, uh, and then other parts come in, but there is always a last curtain. And on this, we focused on people who impacted the world positively. And what happened next? They took their last breath and their heart stopped beating on stage. These were artists who died on stage in action. And one of them was Papa Wemba, originally from Congo, but of course lived most of his uh, uh, most of his rather most of his career life in France, Paris, and he performed on many stages in many countries. Papa Wemba, you'll have he was called the Great according to the Congolese. The Great Calais also died on stage. In that, you will find out other interesting artists and musicians that we talk about. I remember one of the things we talked about was about equipment and installations. There was one who died because of the wires that were poorly connected. He got a shock and he died on spot. So, are you there into as a technician into technology and all that? Watch out because people's lives depend on your expertise. Risk analysis is still important, even though you've been in this field for a million years. We do the things and check them in and out just to be sure and ensure that everything goes well, because we don't want to go into another segment of the last curtain, because these people are loved and we love them and we want to see them live. For the scientists, I don't know if we have another. For the religious people, they say there is the last trumpet that will sound. We want to see them live until the trumpet sounds. And then we have AI music. Now, when it comes to AI, artificial intelligence, oh boy, it is taking over in everything. You have, so that's why we love to say Africa International Network or TV network or media house. We love to uh, we love to uncover that and say Africa International TV, Africa International Radio, Africa International Network, Africa International Media House, because AI has taken over that the short form. When you talk about AI, most of the people think about artificial intelligence. In music, we have it too. It is not just in other sectors like politics, like in military, like in business, like in schools. Drones flown by, you know, before it was gunboat diplomacy. Now that comes in within culture. you'll 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 excuse us. We won't delve into much politics, but we just want to make this clear. The AI we're talking about, you see missiles, drones, air defense systems governed by AI itself. Even in music, we have AI. And one of the prominent characters that has been created is Zania Money, making millions in dollars. A lot of people know Zania Money, but there is a brain behind the creation. And all that was possible and could be capable because of artificial intelligence. Listen to that episode. I'm sure and I surely believe you won't remain the same. You'll have something, you'll pick a leaf from that. And after the AI music, of course, as a courtesy, if you're at a stage somewhere in life, hold somebody's hand. Collaborations make us stronger. When we collaborate, when we work together, we become even much stronger. As the great collaborations you've heard of, be it the NPTs when it comes to politics, non-proliferation treaties, be it the UN, uh, be it NATO, all those are organizations. Why? Because when we unite, two heads are better than one, and nobody is an island. So here at AI TV Network, we host guests. And last year we had great people who were with us here, artists, um, business and entrepreneurs who came in to share their experience, to share their thoughts, and to encourage people who want to get into this line. And of those, we had the Cascars musician, we had Victor Jackson, started his brand of business through entertainment. And he will be in UK. He's coming in April too, you guys. So get ready. You'll feel the heat. You'll feel him. And others. And to wrap the first session, we had a special edition. You know, everybody has somebody they love in this world. And for that, we were live and did what we are best at Stockholm Sodra, Lilla Vin, where we received a lot of guests from different countries in all over Europe. To mention but a few, Amsterdam, Germany, the UK, locally here, and other places. They all came and experienced what is cooking in Stockholm. It was Lovers Night, Lovers Day, special edition, Valentine's, where the band leader and his band they organized something for their some of them who are business partners, contractors, and of course fanatics and their fans. That is what we did mainly last year with Timeless Tempo, Joe Lipi, AITV Media House Network, with the producer and the founder, OG OJ. See you as we head into segment 2 and 3. Oh, yeah, segment 2 again. Timeless Tempo, Joe Lipi, the presenter, AITV Media House. Big up and to the founder, CEO, and the producer, OGOJ. Okay, now, you know, there are a lot of sayings. Do as I say, but don't do as I do. That is one. And there is the other, walk the talk. Here at the Timeless Tempo, we walk the talk. What we tell you, what we encourage you, what we share with you, you might take it, you might leave it, but we try to do it. Just here at the Timeless Tempo, in this segment, we're talking about new music, new projects, and what we are about to unleash in the year 2026. Speaking about music and still albums, last year or 2024, we released the album Workers Call, as we shared before. But this year, we're coming in with a new album with 6 songs, 3 of which are English, 2 Swedish, and 1 Luganda. So we try to have the whole world at hand. The Arab speaking nations, we are coming. If you give us and tell us the words you want us to sing about, we shall do it. So in this new album entitled Sommartid, it is Swedish to mean summertime. When you go to Rome, you act as the Romans. But don't forget to have love in your heart and a mind in your head. And others, you might lose yourself. So we did the summertime, Sommartid. You know, what more do you have to pay to these people where you go and learn their culture, you learn their language at no cost? You do those little things, and when they hear it, everyone becomes happy. I believe there is no amount that you can pay somebody. We are just humans. You give me today money, I'll love to add me tomorrow, to be added the other and the other day. But if somebody is appreciative, that is okay. So we did sommartid, mean summertime, and the whole message is in Swedish. And for others, we can translate it for you so that you get the meaning. It simply talks about as the seasons change. You have the winter go out, you have the spring come in, after the spring, you have the fall. Rather, after the spring, you have the summer, sorry about that. And after the summer, you have the fall. So the circle continues on and on and on and on. You go to winter, back to spring, back to fall, and sorry, you go to winter, back to spring, back to summer, and fall. So this message is literally about the summertime, what happens when it is summer. So let me try to reiterate it without making mistakes. You have the winter, you go to spring, you go to summer, and then the fall. So, uh, the critics are alive and well. They say this guy is now telling lies. After the spring, you go to summer. So we'll bring the message to you. It is about the summertime. That is when you see a lot of people. The schools are shut down. It is holiday. The professors, the teachers, the lecturers are on beaches, maybe having some coconut juice. Those who take beers, wines, and all that, they're doing that. So we sang about the summer. And that is actually the title of this new album. And it will be out very soon. And that will be 19th of this month, 19th of March in this year. So it has been put out there to the the distributors. They've analyzed it, they've gone through it, they've checked through it. Everything is okay. There are no copyings and all that. No using people's stuff if it is already or has patents and all that, copyrights and all that, it can be put out. But we're glad to tell you that everything has been gone through and it has been well polished. And it will be out to you to consume on the 19th of March. Stay along with us, and as a courtesy for the last session, we will have an acoustic version of the piano where we do one of the songs from that EP album. It won't, unfortunately, won't be the summertime because that is the title of the whole album, but we'll do one which is called Annalena, but it is in English. It's a love banger. It is for those who love, and everyone has somebody to love. Do you have a father? Do you have a mother? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a wife? Do you have a fiancé? All that is in Annalena. We will do it for you, still with Joe Lipi, Timeless Tempo, OJ, producer and founder of AI TV Network. See you in the third segment.